My name is Pavel Barber and I'm a stick handling skills instructor. So I do private lessons for a living, helping people one-on-one or do group work to help them get better at the stick handling portion of their game, as well as making YouTube videos so that anyone, anywhere can get better at stick handling as well. So the goal is always to reach as many people as I can, to help as many people as I can get better at hockey in general. I grew up about 2 minutes from an outdoor rink called Withrow Park, which meant a lot of time spent there. In the summer I was there on my rollerblades training, and then in the winter on my skates. It was pretty sweet having that so close. All my friends live close to me as well, so there's a lot of time spent playing hockey and training with them. And I started hockey when I was 5 years old, played it in the Greater Toronto Hockey League for about 18 years. And those were awesome years. Just loved playing hockey, loved being on a team and getting better at the sport I loved. And after hockey, I just wanted a way to, number one, keep the game close to me, and then number two, give back to the game that gave me so much. So I found my way into hockey instruction. I wanted to be really good at it, so I trained hard at becoming a good teacher to be able to get people better at the sport, and now I'm just doing what I love. So a typical week for me has me on the ice quite a bit. I'm probably doing at least 10 to 15 private lessons per week. I do some group sessions as well. And then just for myself, for personal enjoyment of the game, I always make sure to play in a drop-in hockey game at least 2 to 3 times a week with some friends, just to keep myself passionate about the game. I'm always wanting to be better, even though I'm done with the sport, professionally or whatever. But it's just to enjoy the game and to be better at it every day. So with my social media channels, I'm really trying to make people better through inspiring them, whether it's showing them highlight reel clips from leagues around the world that they haven't seen before, or showing them new stick handling techniques that they might want to try, also that they haven't really seen before. For me, I was a big Pavel Datsyuk fan, so I started on social media by making Pavel Datsyuk highlight reel videos of the little things that he did that made him great. And when I started my own thing, that's what I really wanted to do, was talk about those little things that people don't spend too much time thinking about, but really make the big difference. I've always been looking for new ways to improve my game, whether it's in the basement with a hockey stick and a golf ball, stick handling stationary, keeping my head up watching the TV, or whether it was strapping on my rollerblades and going to the outdoor rinks there with my green biscuit and working on my stick handling while skating. It's always something where I didn't have a lot growing up, and I'm a big believer in it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. So whenever I was training, I made sure that the quality of my training was really, really high, and I was training at the edge of my abilities so that I could really develop a lot faster. When I first heard about Marsblade, I got really, really excited. The notion of being able to be on rollerblades and have it feel like ice really excited me. The same goes for when I first heard of the green biscuit, something that slides like it does on ice. It really excited me, and then when I heard about Marsblades, I was like, perfect. Now it can be like the full on ice feel. So I got really excited. The whole rockering motion of the thing made sense to me, and I immediately contacted them right after I had heard about it, because I had to test these things out. When I first tried the Marsblades out, it was amazing. I'd been skating on traditional rollerblades for many, many years, working on my game, and I was just amazed at how ice-like the feel was when I was doing tight turns, when I was doing crossovers, when I was weaving from side to side on the outside edge, inside edge, you could actually feel yourself being able to work on those things. That's always been a problem with my transition from roller to ice, was that the edge work wasn't the same. But now with the Marsblade roller frames, it was a whole lot easier to make that transition, and just a whole lot more fun to be out there and carve those edges and make those tight turns and do those crossovers and have that transition into my ice hockey game. I often hear how roller hockey will mess up your stride in the hockey community, or how it's too different to benefit you on the ice. But with the Marsblade roller frames now, there's no doubt that it can, with the rockering motion of the blade and how it's made to feel exactly like that rounded edge of a skate blade. And it's really helpful to see guys like the Sedins and Backstrom training on these off ice. You know, these are guys who can get ice anytime they want to, yet they choose to use the Marsblade roller frames because they see the benefit of it. They see that it provides difficulty, you know, with the balance portion of it, and that it activates all the stabilizing muscles that you're typically using in ice hockey. So, you know, I think it's one of those things where it's kind of an old kind of mentality that roller hockey can't help you, and that's going to shift once people start to realize the full benefits of training aids such as these. When I use Marsblades while stick handling, it really helps me because it is more difficult, so it adds that little extra difficulty. You gotta have that core engaged for the balance aspect of it, as well as being able to use that edge work that traditional rollerblades didn't really offer me. So being able to work on a stick handling pattern that I work on at home stationary and put that to the test while on the move is the perfect kind of thing for me, because that's the progression, is first starting slow, then doing it at a medium speed, and then doing it at high speeds. And with the Marsblade roller frames, I achieved that. One great thing about the Marsblades, where I really noticed that I love them, was I was actually going on skates just for fun. With traditional rollerblades, I never really did that. It was always just hockey centered and stick handling. But with these things, because you had all the edge work and the rockering motion of it, and you could just do things you couldn't do with those other ones, I was just going rollerblading down the seawall or down the city streets, and it's a whole lot of fun, and it's something where you know, I'm always looking for fun ways to do cardio and work on my skating, and this just fit perfectly, and I have a blast while doing it. I feel very fortunate doing what I do. Ever since high school, it's something I wanted to make a living out of. I always wanted to make a living out of being on the ice in some shape or form. Since my beginning of my YouTube career, I've had crazy opportunities going to the top of the mountain to play hockey with Molson Canadian, also on the top of a skyscraper playing hockey, being able to travel around the world, teaching people either in their own backyard arenas or in rinks they rent out or off the ice, having people fly in to train with me. It's a huge honor for me, and I don't think people realize just how much fun I have when I'm teaching. I mean, they're thankful and this and that, but to me, I'm doing what I love for a living, and you know, I'm really just like blessed to be able to do that. You know, working at the Gretzky Hockey School as well, like that's crazy to be able to work at the school of the greatest player to ever play the game. It's just something that you know, I'm really fortunate to have all these opportunities, and you know, I hope to have more in the future. I'm not always on the ice though. I have many other passions. I'm huge into tennis, love playing that sport. I was a big baseball player growing up as well. Just sports in general I've always been really passionate about, and you know, when I was younger I'd always keep a notebook of things where, you know, I was playing tennis and trying to understand, you know, how good I was at it. So skills progression has always been a big passion of mine, not only just hockey, just in, you know, sports and life in general. I'm huge into reading books, stuff like that, understanding how to build good habits and stuff like that. And other than that, I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't need a whole lot. I'm pretty low maintenance. You know, I just kind of love doing physical activity, staying healthy, eating right, I guess. And yeah, just making sure I'm enjoying what I do with people I love around me. For me, the goal is always helping people be better at this great game of ours, and at the same time for myself, always trying to improve my own game. You know, even though I'm done playing, my passion for getting better at this game hasn't diminished. I love steady improvement, being able to do things I couldn't do a year ago. It's something I'm really passionate about. You know, being on the ice is my home, my home away from home. I love doing what I do, and I love having a positive impact on other people. So in the future, I just can't wait to help people get better myself, and just continue helping this great game of ours grow.